Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your good friend Eric. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're happy and safe and healthy wherever you are. This video I'm making for you, all my real estate friends, because I want to give you some coaching on phone calls, all right? So this is how to make phone calls, all right? So this is all about phone calls in this day and age. And what I'll tell you is that I'm finding phone calls are cool again. All right, phone calls is like the new texting. Phone calls fell out of flavor for a little while. Now all of a sudden, phone calls are cool again. And I'm also finding that realtors need a little help with these and need some coaching on how to make these phone calls. They're hearing that other people are having success with them, but some people still aren't quite sure what to do. You need some coaching, some tips, some motivation. So I'm going to give that to you right here. All right. So as we go along, whether you're watching live or watching the recording, pop me a like, give me a thumbs up, pop me a comment. Let me know that something is clicking for you. If you get an aha, if you get a takeaway, go ahead and give me a like, give me a thumbs up, right? So one thing I noticed, I'm not sure if you guys noticed this, one thing I noticed is that people are actually answering their phone. People are answering their phone. How about that? I've always been one to be on the phone a lot. And what I noticed pre-coronavirus is that I would get a lot of voicemails and still get people that would call me back, but I would sure get a heck of a lot of voicemails. But now what I notice is that people are picking up their phone. So almost every call, I would say at least 75% of the phone calls that I make, people pick up their phone. It's so refreshing. Again, phone calls are cool again. Phone calls are the new texting. And even if people don't answer, and I do get their voicemail, what I find is that they call me back right away. So I'm getting calls back right away. I think one reason why this is that people, because they're at home, they need someone different to talk to, right? So people are kind of wanting and craving some different people to talk to. They're tending to be around the same people over and over again every day. People love their spouses, they love their kids, they love their partners, but they could use some different people to talk to. So that is a reason to reach out to them. All right, so phone calls, the deal is, guys, the phone calls, for sure, it is the best thing you could be doing right now. It's the best thing you could be doing right now. I know you're hearing that from a lot of places, a lot of sources. Everyone's telling you that. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you that too. It's the best thing that you can be doing for your clients. It's also the best thing you can be doing for you. And I don't mean because you can right now be getting a bunch of business from that, and that's the right thing to do. And that's not what I mean. If you're looking for fulfillment, if you're looking for a bounce in your step, if you're looking for something to make you feel good, call people, because they're going to be so happy that you called them. There are all kinds of reasons why it's a benefit to them, and that's going to reflect back to you. It's like going to be this echo back to you. It's going to make you feel so good that you reached out, that you took the time and the effort to make those calls. That is a big reason to do it. So what I'm noticing is that the people who are dealing with all of this the best, my realtor friends who are having the best time with this, not that they're having a good time with this, but the people who are handling this the best, they're the ones who are on the phone a lot to their clients because they're getting so much fulfillment back from them. They're getting a lot of joy. They're getting their tank filled up, their energy tank, their fulfillment tank filled up by making these calls. So make calls to your clients, right? Sometimes I come across people who say to me, hey, it feels kind of weird to reach out and make calls right now. It feels like I'm reaching out to get business from people. That doesn't feel good. Well, of course that doesn't feel good. That has always felt inappropriate, especially now, and that's definitely not why we're making phone calls. So I get the question, so what should I say? Knowing that I don't want to come across like I'm trying to get real estate business from them. What should I say? And my coaching is this. This is a big takeaway. Hopefully my coaching is this. It's, hey, what would you say anyway? What would you say? Let's pretend it's before you were in real estate, or pretend you're not in real estate. What would you say to them on the phone? Well, what you would say is, yeah, I'm calling to check in. I just want to see how you guys are doing. How's the family? If they have kids at home, ask them how that's going. People like to kind of vent about that or talk about their experience and how it's going. If you were to ask me, I would tell you my kids are thriving at home. It's going really, really well, and we got them on a routine, and we really got that nailed, and that's flowing awesome. So ask them about that. Ask them about family. Ask them about work. What's going on with their work? Have they had to make changes at work? How's that going? Like, people want to express what's going on for them in their professional life. So just ask them that. That's what you say. So you would say things that you would say anyway. You would say things even if you weren't in real estate. That's what you should say. Another question I get is, well, who should I call? I'm not who should I be on the phone with? And my response is, well, who would you call anyway? Let's pretend you weren't in real estate. Let's pretend you were in your last profession or whatever. You weren't in real estate for whatever reason. Who would you call? Well, you would call your friends. You would call your family. So start with them. All right. So those are the easiest calls to make. Call them. Call the people that you're closest to. Call your best relationships, because they want to hear from you. And the other thing too, they want to know about you. So be prepared for that. Be prepared that they're going to sincerely wonder how you're doing, and they're going to ask you a lot about you. So that's yet another reason to call. The other thing to be prepared for, be prepared. Again, it's not the number one reason why you're calling them, but be prepared that they are going to start asking you about real estate. All right, no surprise. They are curious about real estate. They're always curious about real estate, but now more than ever, they're curious about real estate. They're going to say, yeah, so what's going on for you? What's going on in the market? So you want to have a couple great little nuggets to share about the market. And here's how you talk about that. Here's how you think about that. You just be prepared to share what you notice. So if I were to bump into you, or if I were to call you, not bump into you, that's not appropriate right now in coronavirus times, we're social distancing, but if I were to call you and say, yeah, so what do you notice about the market? You would have an answer to that. So that's what you want to be prepared to share, because they're going to say, yeah, what's going on in real estate right now? And so you want to be prepared to reflect back, well, here's what we notice right now. Here's what's going on. Like, the way I answer that is I say, what we notice is that deals generally are staying together. Properties that are under contract are sticking together. We are seeing for sure a fair amount of wait and see right now. That is happening. But we're noticing a lot of people are getting ready for the future. We're getting ready to help people in the future. And yes, there are those cases where people have a real estate need today. So we're even helping people today. And boy, it's not business as usual. We have figured out whole new ways to do things that respect social distancing and shelter in place, and whole new protocols to keep ourselves and our clients safe. So that's what we notice. So again, that's not the number one reason why you are reaching out to these people, but be prepared, because they're going to ask you, all right? They're going to ask you, yeah, so what is it that you notice about the market? So just be prepared with an answer. Another thing I want you to convey, if it's appropriate, if this feels right, but the other thing to convey is that you are working. And I want you to use that phrase, oh, I'm still working. Because there's some people out there, and I've even come across this myself, there's some people out there that make these assumptions. So they make these assumptions about real estate. They say, well, I guess that real estate is just totally shut off, and Eric, you're probably just at home watching Netflix on the couch all day and not doing anything. And so they may make the same assumption about you. So please convey to them, oh no, I'm still working. I'm definitely still working. So use that phrase, and then you follow that up with, yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm doing this. I'm doing a lot of just reaching out to my clients, checking in on them. People tend to be curious right now about what's going on in the market, so I'm sharing information about the market. So yeah, I'm definitely still working. So be prepared to convey that you are definitely still working, because here's what they're watching. What they're watching for is this: are you a realtor only when it's convenient, or are you a realtor in any market? That's the test, all right? That's the test we're being put up against right now. That's what everyone is watching to see. Are you resilient? Are you going to make it through? Are you here in the challenging times as well as the easy times, even though we know things weren't easy? But again, they're wondering, are you in this business only when it's convenient, or are you in this business for the long haul, for the good, okay? So again, convey that you're working in appropriate ways, right? And watch the tone, and we're not bragging, and we're not taking pictures of us at closing tables and at the title company and throwing those up on social media. No, we all have whole new ways of doing things right now that are respectful of what we're being asked to do. We're all playing our part. The last thing I'll tell you with this coaching on phone calls is that, boy, people need to hear from you. more than ever, they need to hear from you. Just starting with the fact, again, they want to hear from someone different. They want to talk to someone different, but they need to hear from you. People need support right now. They need connection because we're physically disconnected. People need that social connection right now, and you can fulfill that need that they have in them with a simple phone calls. Again, phone calls are cool again. Phone calls are the new texting. No, there's nothing wrong with texting right now, but do your best to get on the phone with people as well, and you're just going to make their day, all right? So as you make their day, it makes your day. I've been on the phone all morning. It's just like filled up my tank. That's why I was inspired to make this video. It's been fun to reach out to people. I've found that people have enjoyed visiting with me, and they've enjoyed the fact that it was someone different to talk to. All right. Hey, hopefully this video was helpful to you. I see some people joined live as we went along. So again, how about give me a thumbs up? I would appreciate that. If you got a takeaway from this, always watch this page for more takeaways, more tips, more things that are here to help you out. Appreciate all of you. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy out there. And you know what? You got this. We're going to get through this. And I will catch you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.